Coming up, my next Wonderfest Chat, which is an interview with Joe Hudson. Well, hey guys, and welcome to my next Wonderfest Chat. If you are a subscriber to the channel, then you should be familiar with the name Joe Hudson. He is someone I've interviewed and spoken about numerous times here. Joe is an exceptional artist, he's an author, and a great teacher. And the other thing you can add to that list now is designer, because he's been involved in designing figures and busts for 3D printing. So if I were to pick someone to help design or conceive something like that, he'd probably be the guy, because he has, as an artist, he has a unique eye for detail and knows how to capture expression and movement, and that's what you see conveyed in his figures and busts. Now, prior to the con, Joe had sent me a few pictures of some of the items they were going to have here at the show, and I knew I had to catch up with him so I could share these with you. Now, these busts and figures are available at HG Designs, and one of their newest offerings is the statue of the penguin. Now, this is based on an old Aurora kit, and something that Joe was insistent on was to design the sculpt to make it look like what you see on the box art, which, as many of us know that have bought those kits, isn't always the case. So let's go ahead and now chat with my friend Joe Hudson. Well, one of the things I love about Wonderfest is certainly not obviously looking at all the stuff that you get to look at here, but it's also somewhat of a reunion, because I get to see people like my friend Joe here once a year to come here and hang out with him. So what I'd like to do is spend a few minutes to talk with him and share with you, because he's now really into producing some sculpts, and of course he's a fantastic painter, as you guys know. He's been on my channel before. But what I'd like to talk to you about, Joe, this morning is, so you have one of the newest sculpts you've got now is of the Lone Ranger, right? Tell us a little bit about that sculpt first of all.
Yeah, it's the Lone Ranger with silver, and it's one of the childhood favorites. And I had never seen an animal with this garage kit type stuff. Coming from the historical, we see it because it's smaller and easier to do. But I thought we could try to produce one. And because of silver and the Lone Ranger were so close, I just thought it would be where he could show a tender moment with his partner, I guess.
Sure, absolutely, for sure.
So I was very happy when we were able to get
it's a beautiful sculpt, really nicely done. Can you tell me, just spend a minute here to tell me when you start, or an idea comes to you and you want to make a sculpt of this, how does it all work out? Where does it start, and how does the process go?
Well, it starts, I come up with an idea, or I see a photograph that I've always liked, and then I'll kind of get in my mind what I'd like to see, and then I talk to my partner, CG Verse, and I tell him, and he's like, yeah, we can do this, and then I'll send him reference photos, and he'll do an initial mock-up, and then we start going from there, and then with that he'll do a render. Like, we'll start off with just the figure, and then he'll do, I guess he does like a T-pose type stuff, and then he'll start working. I'm like, no, we need to tweak his chin here a little bit, or his eyes aren't quite right. And so we're back and forth a lot doing that, and then he'll change it, and then we get to the body, and we want to do the body language, because a lot of stuff, you see these statues are pretty just stiff looking. But if you add a little bit of body language, like the shoulders tilted or the necks, it just gives it a little bit more life, And so that's where we go with that.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate that, especially through your artistic eye, that you pick up those things, because a lot of times these sculpts will look very static, and just like almost like a mannequin, right? But looking at your stuff, you really get a connection with them.
And that's the whole thing, I guess, because coming from the historical side, we were always doing action pose, where it's harder to do in the bigger scale. So if a guy's running, a shoulder is twisted back, and another shoulder's rotating, and the head is tilting, and so I wanted to bring that into the historical way, and so that's why. And then there's always little things that we try to do, like we have the Lone Ranger with the pistol. And a lot of people don't know, but Clayton Moore, he held the pistol with his little finger a little further down on the butt of the thing. So we have that.
I love that level of detail.
So it's always about detail. Another thing, I was just showing another individual on my Hooper. I couldn't remember his name.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Hooper. He's wearing a blue jean jacket.
Yeah.
Well, in the detail, a blue jean jacket has the gold orange thread. So that's nobody can see it unless you look. But
that's right.
That's the little details that we try to,
absolutely.
to add. You know.
Great.
So,
And you have another sculpt that you brought also here that's new too? Or?
Yeah, I brought a lot. We've got the Lone Ranger. We have but it was the episode of the Twilight Zone.
Okay.
It's called the Eye of the Beholder.
Okay.
So we have that one, and then we came out with a new penguin, the Aurora box art.
Yeah, so Joe has given me a little bit of a preview, and this is a beautifully done sculpt. Tell us a little bit about the penguin.
Now, the penguin is done by another gentleman. His name is Benjamin Perez. He's from Chile, and he specializes in capturing animated cartoon look.
Yeah.
And so I asked him if he'd be interested in doing it, and he said, "Yeah, he'd love to try it." And when he did it, we did this, and when I got it, I was just blown away. I mean, and with it too, we did the actual box art. So when you get the kit, you're getting what was on the box, not like the Aurora kit that was not the same. But what we have done with it is, like the monocule, where normally it's just a piece of flat plastic, we etch the eye in, so you can paint the eye and then put a little gloss on it, so it's got that, as you're an eye doctor or optometrist, you know, it's going to be kind of lit big, you know, from the magnification.
Sure, absolutely.
You know? So we give that, and then everybody likes the pinstriping, but everybody complains about it. So we put the pinstripes in, so you can just paint it, you know.
There you go.
And one last little touch we did is the kit is from the 1968, and it's a very expensive kit. Right. But a friend of ours had the actual kit, the decals. So we took the decals and blew it up into the size of the money. And then I printed it, varnished it, and you cut the size and just glue it on, so you actually have the decals that were from, but they're not decals, you know. And we didn't go decals because we can do larger scales, and everything is raised and paint, you know.
Fantastic. Well, it's a great time to be a modeler. I mean, the really a revolution of things that have happened over the last, gosh, I'd say just even 5-6 years, even, right?
Just for me.
It's just, I mean, you guys come out. I look at that Lone Ranger sculpt that you made, and I just can't believe how good it looks and how the likeness is just absolutely incredible. So you guys did a fantastic job with that.
That's my friend, my partner, CG. He really specializes in capturing the likenesses, and he's working for several other companies, and he's on the money. And we've got some really nice stuff that's going to be coming out too, you know, and the likenesses are really cool.
Right. Well, and you guys have a website then, or
we don't have a website. Facebook is HG Designs.
Okay. Well, I'll put the link down below, and you got to check him out on Facebook. Fantastic painter, as you guys know. I can't say enough about, you know, he's taught me a lot, and it's just I can't get over how every time I look at something new, it's even better than the last one he did. What I find incredible. But I think it's great that you. He's always someone who I remember him teaching me that you just got to keep pushing yourself and move that envelope forward. Try new things, try new combinations. You know, because that's really what you know continues to make it interesting.
Myself, I'm always trying to push myself. You know.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. All right. Take care. Bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed this interview. It really was a lot of fun catching up with Joe and talking with him. Now, I also wanted to mention, now Joe was next to NY3D Creations, so their tables were together, and you can see by this video there are quite a few things they have to offer. One of the things I saw that I liked was a sculpt of Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk, which I've never seen before. And the other one that I briefly showed a picture of was this Conan sculpt. Now, this is something that's also brand new, was designed by Joe himself, and he told me that he wanted this figure to not look like the Arnold version or the Frazetta art. He wanted really it to be inspired by the comics, and wow, it just looks fantastic. Incidentally, now, the first 3D figure that I ever painted and worked with was one by NY3D Creations. Take a look here. This was done quite a few years ago now, and I remember meeting the guy from NY3D Creations at the bar there at the Crown Plaza, and we were talking about 3D printing, and it was brand new at the time, and my gosh, it has come quite a long way from then. It is just amazing how much stuff is out there now. All right, guys, well, thanks again for watching, and I do appreciate it. My next interview now is going to be with Danger Island Models. These two guys were at a table in the showroom, and I just liked what I saw there on their table. I thought I would sit down with them and talk to them how they came up with some of the things they have to offer. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to contact me here on my YouTube channel or at indestructiblemodeler@gmail.com. And again, I am posting the links to both HD Designs and NY3D Creations down in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.